Outside the Box should be viewed by mature audiences only. This show contains strong language, adult situations, drinking, ass-kicking fun, law-breaking nonsense, running with scissors, and just about everything your mother told you not to do. In other words, we are a bad influence and are irresponsible adults. Viewer discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, live from Studio 630 in the burbs of Chicago. It is time now for another episode of Outside the Box. Outside the Box.
Every day and every night, every night. Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? I wanna know.
My name is Ted Friedel. I'm from Roanoke, Virginia, and my club affiliation is Extreme Lows, the Virginia chapter specifically.
Okay, and what's the make and model of your car?
It's a 2004 Scion XB. We were the original owners of it.
What's your favorite modification on it?
Probably my lights total when everything's inside. I've got over 300 feet of neon and LEDs either in it or under it. That or my red and black velour interior.
Okay, and why did you choose the XB?
We picked it because it was different. When they first came out, saw them on the lot, and they're like, whoa, what's that? So went ahead and got that. Plus insurance is cheap because the insurance company considers it a station wagon.
Okay. What are your future plans?
I have a new kit to put on it this winter. Going to have it painted, new paint and stuff like that, and to reinstall. That way I've got all my lights up and running and get my stereo back in it.
Okay. What favorite show is it that you attend?
That's actually kind of twofold. The Mini Truck Nationals in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, from where it's so big, and I see people from all over. Like this past spring, I got to hang out with Pee Wee and a bunch of others. There was like 9 of us that were there. It's the biggest, I guess, XB turnout that I've ever been to at a show. Another is a show up in Pennsylvania called Scrape Together, put on by Diverse Rides, just outside of Pottstown, Pennsylvania. And it's just a small, it's more laid back. Everyone's just there to just enjoy each other's company.
Okay, what show would you like to go to?
I just got back from laying at the lake in Texas, which was a bucket list show. I guess probably a West Coast show, because I've seen all the ones around here, so now I want to start branching out that way.
All right, if you didn't have the XB, what car would you have?
Probably a mini truck. I started off with an 88 Ford Ranger GT, and I'd probably go back to the mini truck thing.
All right, and what trend would you like to see happen or to come back?
I guess something other than just bolt-on stuff. Me specifically, I want the lights to come back. Hashtag save the underglow. Or bring back underglow. All right, that's it. Thank you.
We can't have tacos now?
We can have tacos.
Oh, okay. Welcome back!
Do the arm. There you go.
Episode
There you go.
30. We are at 30! 30!
I'll do one of these.
It was a short celebration.
Woo! We'll put some streamers up.
Oh, it's too late. That was real
we
slow. We were
suck.
practicing.
Y'all suck. Get it together. Where's the enthusiasm? Woo!
So, we really are mixing everything up because we got James in front of the camera. All because right now, episode 29 is uploading. Still.
When did you start uploading it?
Yesterday about 5 o'clock. And it is at 60-some%.
Ticking right along.
Yes, it'll be there in about March.
March. It'll be done in time for Thanksgiving. It'll be the Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, we better start the Thanksgiving episode now.
That's what we're doing.
I'd like to give thanks to, what do they do that on Fast and Furious?
The car gods.
Turbo ball bearings, and I'd like to...
Oh, God.
Like to
You know, it's such a great scene, but it's so cliche.
I'd like to give thanks for Urethane Clear, Rage Body Filler, and I don't know about
Bondo glass and fiberglass resin from Rural King.
and those kick-ass 3M fucking masks that are painted.
Yeah, that makes sure you don't get baked when you're
doing plastic welding.
Yeah.
Like last time.
Dude, that was worse. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should do a tech on that. Which is worse? Kevin will get high on fucking plastic fumes. I'll get high on...
I'll film it because
Fiberglass.
I'm halfway done with all the plastic welding.
Well, the sad thing is, we did that, and we were all fucking... And we're talking about it, and then I didn't even put that part of tech when we did the fiberglass resin in it. It's going to be in this episode, so...
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we're back. Did you guys like the tech? I thought it was
I
good.
liked it.
I think it definitely needs some work. I think we're going to try some different shit. That's why I got a kid here now. She's going to hold the camera, and we can all be the famous people in front of the camera.
Perfect.
And you don't have to talk or show your hands. We know you're there.
Yeah, okay.
So hopefully the sound sounds great. I will project a little bit. But if not, bear with us. I'll try to play with it in editing. But let's do it.
Right.
Pee Wee the parts holder.
Oh, man.
I need to put that right here.
So, I'm half laid off of my second job, so I've had a bit more time to work on my project car, which has been very surprisingly productive.
And
I wasn't going to post pictures, but I seem to be not posting pictures anyway because I can't help myself.
Yeah, well, it's hard.
Well, yeah, it's, but...
Because when you get it done, you're like, I want that instant gratification because I use that as motivation.
I posted up on customization, and I don't think anybody understood what they were looking at, which is actually fine.
No, but, I use that as motivation, too, because sometimes you get a part done and you're like, if you don't put that out there in the world and you don't see something back, you kind of need that.
It's one of those things, the posts I put up, you kind of have to know what it is to know what I'm doing.
Well, that's a problem with some of it. A lot of the people on customization are, what are these three lights mean, so.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta come to our
I've been selling parts. I'm selling a lot of parts and going to a lot of junkyards. I seem to have more time on my hands.
I know, and I gotta thank you for that because you've allowed me to steal a lot of shit.
Yeah, I've been getting parts for everything for everybody.
And that's the best time to go is during the day.
Yeah, you go during the day. Well,
you hit the weekend.
LKQ, the whole thing was in South Chicago, they got a white one that had fresh bumpers like that weren't even painted yet. Like it was a cab and the motor blew up. And I stocked this thing for like 3 weeks. And finally, the day I get like half laid off, I ran out of work. I get the email at 11, and I drove straight to the city to go get them, and I took everything I wanted.
You're lucky they were still there.
Yeah.
They just put it out. Oh, I flew down there, but the only reason I got to it is because it was noon and everyone was still at work.
I did that once. I went to a junkyard. There was a first gen. I'm like, I'll come back tomorrow.
No,
down the street from where I come back the next day.
Gone.
The windows are all gone.
The moment it gets there.
The door panels are gone.
Yeah.
Dude, I did that with the new Fast and the Furious retro set. I bought what I wanted from Walmart, the Hot Wheels set.
You went back and it was.
I'm like, I wanted another 240.
So the lesson here today is, if
Don't
you're there and
slouch
you
on that
want
shit.
it,
Yeah.
don't think about it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Suffer the consequences.
Call off sick.
later.
Do whatever you got to do.
Call in sick. You did not hear that here. But we do endorse that statement.
Hey, so
do what you gotta
You know
do.
how many times I wish I was like, I wish I could call off, because you know you're gonna go there and they're gonna be gone on parts. And if I experienced that once before, like I went the next day, I'm like, damn it.
So what's up with you, James?
Not much, a lot of work.
On work?
Been busy with work.
Make that money so you can buy some good Christmas presents?
Yes. Or
Get,
parts.
God,
get,
Christmas
get
is
car
coming.
parts for
Car
Christmas?
parts, yes.
I love Christmas.
Car parts for Christmas.
She's not-
I want to win for a second gen if anyone's shopping for me. So
You want car parts for Christmas, baby?
Yes.
Well, last year it was tools, and now this year will be car parts. So.
Of course she's going to get you good car parts. She's driving the car now.
He doesn't even put parts on that car no more. He's putting parts on the stupid fancy car.
Oh, that's.
he's
so
too
true.
busy playing with the benzo.
That's like,
Yeah,
was
and the
it,
Benzo's way out of my price range.
Al Bundy got Peg a bowling ball for Christmas one year, and he's like, "Oh, if you don't want it, I'll take it."
That might be. That's genius.
Hey, you got new
that
wheels.
show was
Look at
so
that.
great. This show was so.
Hey,
good.
I'm still waiting for you to put the new shrouds on. Moxie.
See.
So I haven't been up to anything. We're trying to get some stuff going here. Hopefully, you guys like the tech. We're gonna keep this short so that we can put in more tech, because the last one we got
carried away.
we really don't know how to shut the fuck up, to be honest.
No. Oh, I have 2 more tech videos made, but they need to be edited, so that's going to be coming too.
So if you guys are not on our Outside the Box Facebook page, you need to look into that, because Pee-wee, who's in charge of that, and is doing a pretty good, damn good job.
Yes.
Because things are
the
starting
last
to-
one, I had one that went really smooth and one that didn't, but you're going to have to watch it.
So he's doing video content, and he's going to start doing, well, he's been doing it, but he's going to start doing tech videos on there too. So is there a way to put all the videos together in one thing so people don't have to scroll all the way down? It may just save.
I don't know. I mean, I could probably throw up a post where I put like 5 at a time and
Well,
just keep
look into it, because I think on there you can save the files in a video folder or put them in a folder.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That
have
way
to play
people
with
can just
that.
look. So, and then just tag it or what it
Is
is.
there any news we had to cover?
Calendar.
Yeah, so
Calendar.
the calendar almost went south.
It did. It had some issues and whatnot. And I think the way I've understand it was they put it up there that people can vote whether they wanted their money back or Donnie had lost the files for it.
Yeah,
So he basically has to
crashed.
start over, which sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Donnie. I know it's hard
That's
to
a
fucking
computer
put
crash
work
alone
into
is
shit
just-
and then fucking have it
Yeah,
go like
we all
that.
had that issue.
But, he'll get it back. He'll get it good. We're going to have to wait a little bit. So it doesn't really
I don't
matter.
know.
People still
whatever,
wanted to
it's-
go.
Well, everyone, it was like the option of refund and give up or do a February to February.
Or it's the normal.
No,
January
you
to
can't do
December.
the normal, because if you don't get it till March, you have 3 months of that calendar that are no
Who
good.
got
The February to February makes
Who
sense.
got January?
No, I
I'm
think.
December, so I don't care.
I
if
don't
you-
remember.
No, I think someone posted to do the normal January to December.
It doesn't matter.
Don
But
said that.
it's still got to get processed and all that, and
Yeah,
that
it's
takes time.
not going to come out till January. I guess,
Right,
but,
so-
I don't think
you know,
it's gonna
it's
come
cool.
till-
No matter what. But I think,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to say it. I think this should be the last year. I think it really, after all the problems we've had with it, I think we need to do it.
I think it's very labor intensive too.
I know those guys are busting their ass. I know Wick is. He did.
And
And
it's for charity, which
Well-
is another reason I didn't want the money back. I'm like, no, just.
the other thing is, I'm going to tell you guys something, and I'm noticing this as we're doing stuff, because if you guys haven't noticed, our Feature Fridays that we have on our page then we get you guys to do videos, and you're going to be like the one that was in the beginning and the one that we got behind. I don't know who they are yet, because I'm still fighting to get those people to get videos. A lot of people don't want to do the videos.
Yeah, so we're taking a short break from that just to catch up, because we have a back.
We are going to do that, and I'll talk to you about that. But for these guys, I want you to know, you got to get on our page, because we do the Feature Friday. You post your car up, people come on, they vote or put their pictures up and vote whatever you want. Whoever gets the most views or likes, that person gets the Feature Friday. They then get their car featured on Friday, and we normally try to do. Are you going to do it on Thursday still, or are you going to change it?
Well, we're taking a break, but I think I'm going to go for posting it Thursday at noon, and then picking it Friday at noon.
Okay.
I think that's the way.
So that's what we're going to do. Thursday at noon, you'll watch for it. Pee-wee will put it up. You guys post your picture. Vote. Whoever gets the most likes.
It's not based on what we want. It's based on likes because the last one, and I suck at posting, it was like a tiebreaker of like 1 vote. So.
Well, and that's being consistent. We talked about that, but just so you guys know, look for it on Thursday about noon. Post your pictures. Vote. Then whoever got the most on Friday, we put a feature up with a bunch of pictures that you send us or your car if you win. A short write-up that you write. Then either Pee-wee or myself will hit you up and we'll be like, here, we want you to do a video, and we got information for you if you get that. You film the video.
Yeah, I send you the video that he made and then a list of questions and then
you do it from what you want, man. I don't know. Ira's last one. I don't know about the background on that one.
It looks like something out of Wrong Turn.
Well, the problem, one thing I'll say is Brewster in the background, and I was like getting ready to make a cock reference, and I like, nah. So make sure you guys get on there. Also, buy some shit. We really still have some stuff. What do you guys think about this, Pee-wee? Look at this. Look at all this vinyl we got over here, Pee-wee.
Did we start? We had to make some stickers.
We're gonna make some stickers.
We are on back order with stickers.
We got easily, what is this? These two are what, 20 feet?
Yeah.
And this one is, so there's easily like 40 to 50 feet of white vinyl here.
Yeah.
We need to make some stickers. You know what I'm thinking? Should we just I was thinking let's do the send a self-addressed envelope thing. I don't think I want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
What if we do...
The best one was somebody sending you like 4 self-addressed envelopes to the same like.
What if we just did this? What if we said, send us $1 sticker?
I'll spend $1 on a sticker.
$1 sticker. You guys want a sticker? These are going to be the full-size ones. They're normally $3. $1 a sticker. Hit us up. I'll put the...
How long is that going to go for?
I don't know. Until we say good. But
Okay.
I'll put the little the thing here. You can send us $1 and your address, and we'll send it. They're all going to be white.
They're all white.
Don't
There's
ask
no
for
more of
colors.
these. No more of these colors. It's white.
So we're going to get the stickers out to you guys because we want to do that. And I really think
I got one more thing.
What?
Jimmy.
Roberts?
Yes, and our 3 winners of the meme contest. Your stuff is going to go out this week.
Hopefully it'll be there by the time this video comes out.
It should be. That's right. I keep forgetting about. Okay, I'm sorry.
Which reminds me. Okay, that reminds me of something else. Here's what I'm going to do. So we started the XB news thing, right?
Yeah.
By the time we put that out as news, it's in a video. It's already
outdated
done.
news.
So we're going to have to put that on our page, along with
How about
that.
It'll be there when you see this. How about that?
No, we're going to put it on our page, not on the YouTube. So it's like done. If you guys see anything that you want, if you want to bring up selfie video, put it on there.
Okay.
If you guys got anything that you think is cool, send it to us. We'll talk about it. Make a video, throw it up there.
Okay. I like that idea.
So watch for that. Watch for tech. Buy some shit, and we'll shut up.
Eat tacos.
No, we're not eating tacos yet. We got to do some work.
That's later. Okay.
So I did my sanding on my edges. This is the piece that was completely cracked off. After I got it sanded down. I hit it with a little bit of 36. This makes my edges here. This thing dropped down a little bit when it moved. It's still seated properly, so I don't feel it. But for some reason, this is, and it still feels a little funky here too. So I'm just going to use this 36 to kind of flatten that edge. So that it's smooth. I do feel a little bit of a crack here, so I may go back and put a little more epoxy in there. If not, yeah, you can actually see it, so I probably will. But I could probably, when I do my my border on here, I could tape this off and prime it. Probably not a bad idea to do, even with these cracks, to make sure that they're done. So maybe I'll do that at one point, as I'll kind of tape off the edge, shoot a little primer on there. This may need a little bit of filler work. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to work on my chip here. This piece we don't have. I don't know if you can see it in the light. This piece I don't have the replacement for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this out of filler. I could go back and mix up some 5-minute epoxy and do it that way, but it's probably going to take me a lot longer, about 3 or 4 chances to get it so that it's smooth, to get it all full. I could probably do it in filler in 1, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. What I did here is there's like a fingernail gap pretty much all the way around the bottom here. So what I did was I took some pieces of tape, I put 3 of them in there to give me that air gap, so that when I do my filler work, that it's still going to look like I have that natural line. You know, we want this to look as good as possible. We don't know who's going to buy this. This could be going on a show car, and in that case, we better make this thing as flawless as we can. So I went ahead, used my 36 grit, sanded up. You have to get some groove in there so that I got something for my filler to work on. And now we're ready. So I'm going to also do this a little bit, just because I'm going to put some filler on this edge just to make sure. Now we're good, and I'll go get the Bondo. All right, so we're back. So we're going to do our filler now. Let's get some of this shit out of the way. We've got genuine Bondo. I don't usually use this for stuff other than these little projects. If I'm going to be working on the side of a car, I'm going to spend money on the big shit or the good shit. But on a lot of this stuff, you don't want to spend $60 on a thing of filler when you're just going to sand a little piece here that's going to be just as easy to do with this stuff. So I've got my Bondo. We don't need much of it. One of the things I want to talk about with this Bondo, well, with doing any filler work, one thing you want to do is you don't want to be coming at it with a piece, with a spreader like this. This is basically junk. I do need to clean it. If you leave your filler on these, it gives you, it'll warp the edges, and you're not going to have the smooth, consistent flow. Now, if you're new to this, it's going to be hard at first. There's no doubt about it. But it'll get better with practice. The smoother that you get your product on, the easier it's going to be for you to sand. So, in doing that, you're going to take something like this and you're going to throw it away, because we don't need that. This one we're going to use is nice and new. This is a metal one. Cleans off a lot easier. Works great for these small ones. You can also use it for other shit. I don't recommend that, because if you do, it'll warp the edge. This cream hardener is a little runny. I don't know if this is going to be any good. We'll see. But, like I said in my previous video, when we were talking about doing fiberglass, you cannot use a cream hardener with fiberglass, and you can't use fiberglass resin hardener on filler. So make sure you got them changed. Now, There's secrets about doing filler. You can put fiberglass in it to make it a little more, say, well, I guess I can show you right here. If you look at the edge of this can, which has been around for a while, you got some of this filler on here that's still pliable, but it's really kind of dry. You can take that, put a little bit of fiberglass resin in it, mix it all up. It'll be all good again. If you want to use what we call slime coat, you can do the same. So now, what I want to do is, I want to try to get this shape as much as I can. So I'm going to push it in, and then I want to smooth it over. Now, you don't want to try to take too much out, and you don't want to try to push too much in. I'll put a little bit down here. Now, this is not like the side we're doing the side of a car. So it's not like it's going to be that hard to get this straight. Push a little bit more there. So we want to let it settle a little bit. Now, I'm not going to get too crazy with shaping this. Like I said, it's not going to take me that long to do. But if you look, you can kind of see where I'm going. There's no big dip in the middle. Well, there is if you look, but it's not lower than what I've got. And this, I just kind of smeared it. So we'll let that sit. Always have a paper towel around when you're doing your filler work, and then wipe off your spreader right away. Look, nice and clean. You don't have to sit it in a thing of lacquer thinner and clean it off and warp it and all that other shit. Makes your job a lot easier. Yes, these things, well, this is a more expensive one, but, you know, brand new Bondo spreader is, you know, what, $5 for a bunch of them. But that's $5 you could put into something else. So the cleaner you keep this, the easier your job, and you can keep these things around forever if you just keep them clean. So always keep paper towels in the shop. Have it nearby. Do that. I like to babysit too. So it's colder than hell in here. It's about 60 degrees. I'm going to let it sit. And this is a simple, little easy one. So I'm not going to babysit it. But when we go back to doing the grill, we'll probably do a little bit more on that. And I'll fill you in on that as well. But for now, we're good. We're going to let this dry. And I'll come back, knock it down. And we should be done with our body work. And we should be ready to start the other shit. Alright, so got this dry. I went ahead and sanded this. Didn't really need the filler, just needed to knock it down a little bit. So now we're feeling pretty good. Now we're going to work on this end. I think I got a used, what is this, piece of 100? Yeah, I got a used piece of 100 I've been sitting here with. I'm going to just kind of sand this. I folded it over so it'll stay a little straighter. And now, I'm just going to sand away on it. Basically, I'm just putting this right on the edge of the tail light, working it back and forth. As you can see, it starts to slowly bring it down. Fortunately, this piece is about junk. I get a piece of 80. This one's a little hard, been folded over a couple times, makes it nice and straight. I'm leaving the tape here because I don't want to scratch this. This plastic's going to be a little harder to get ready if I sand into it. Usually a lot of times, especially with these coarser grit, you'll hit that, it'll get hairy on you. Now, I think I'm going to grab an X-Acto knife. Clean up my inside edge here because a little bit, maybe that isn't it. Okay. And now we've got our filled piece. You can see here, sorry the lighting over here kind of sucks, but I'll take a still shot. You can kind of see it fills up that spot. Now once I do, I'm going to let it dry a little bit more. It's still a little soft, but once it gets completely hard, I can hit that with a lot finer grit, knock down my sanding scratches, hit it with a little rattle can filler, and that taillight's done. I also got this taillight ready. This was the other one. This one actually had the latex on it. And it's funny, as I'm sitting here doing this, I was thinking that the red was on the outside, and that would be the issue, because if I was to sand it to get the latex off, then the red would come off as well. But it's a little late to just polish it back up and go. We're going to go ahead and clear it anyway. So this one's basically ready. That one will be ready here in a couple minutes. Or, well, we'll let that dry overnight. I'll come back, I'll hit it a little bit and get that one ready. Like I said, I'll hit some rattle can primer on that. I'll do the same with my edge here. And then we'll be ready to start taping it up and getting ready to paint. So there's a project just about done. Alright guys, welcome back. We got it primed. Now I primed it, I probably put about 4 coats on it with the rattle can. I used a simple item you can get at Walmart. I think I picked this up at Walmart. This is Rust-Oleum primer. This is a 2-in-1 fill and sand. There's a difference between that. When you look at primers, you got to understand that there's 2 different kinds. You've got an etch primer, which basically you put on bare metal, and before you put a filling primer, or what we call a 2K primer, you have to put that on so that it will etch into that metal and allow the other one to bite into it. So this is a 2-in-1 filling primer. So I put about 3 or 4 coats on here, and we're pretty good. So now I'm going to go over here. I got me a piece of 400. I'm going to do this wet. I'll also explain. You'll see here that as I did it, I got an overspray all over this. If people are going to ask, well, why wouldn't you just tape it off? Well, I could do that, but when you do that, it's going to leave you a hard edge, and it's going to make it harder for you to sand off, and it could possibly even etch into the plastic so that when you do sand it and get it so it feels decent, and then you put your paint on it for the next thing, you're going to still see it. So that's one of the big things when we're priming, especially at the shop. You want to make sure that you don't prime up to a hard line, because it will become an issue. So see, just like that, we're right back to it. So it doesn't really matter that I did. Plus I saved some tape. Now I'm just going to sand this all the way back to my edge, because I know that I'm going to have a border here, but I don't know where I want it yet. And if you have a blemish on the end, that's fine, but I don't, so that I don't want to have anything there that's going to change my design when I come down to taping it off. And I'm turning my paper around. As you see, this is a used piece, And I can watch as this is going, and I can tell that that section of the sandpaper is clogged and the sanding is good. So now you can see we got quite a bit of it off. But as you see, I've got more coats on that edge, which is taking a little more effort to sand off because there's buildup on each one. That's another thing that you want to understand when you're priming. If you're priming, don't stop at the same spot that you primed your last coat on. If you keep doing that, you're basically building it up. I don't know if I can show it here this way or not. If you're building it up and you build it up to the same thing, you're basically making a line. Not quite as bad as if you taped it off, but enough that it makes it harder to block out. And even though you don't think about it, you put 4 coats of primer on it and you sand it, it's still going to do that. So always try to step it out. Step it out, don't step it in. A lot of times people say, oh, you can do both. No, it doesn't. It does make a difference. Go out a little bit, go out a little bit further, go out a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's a fresh piece. You can tell it's grabbing right away. And you'll feel it as you're going. You see I keep spraying. You'll feel it when it's getting to the point where it's not doing anything. The water will clog up. When it dries up, it'll clog the paper. You'll feel it. You can see it. Pee-wee, we need our portable workbench. I'm tired of using my fancy Matco cart that I'm worried about it scratching. Okay, so now we're all the way off. Now we've got where we were. If you look, you really cannot tell where that crack was. Now I'm going to do this by hand. Here you can see what I'm saying when I'm clogging the paper. I'm going to do this by hand just because it's small. Obviously, if you're wet sanding the side of a car, you're going to do it with a block. But all I really need this to do is to get rid of that 80 grit scratch I got. Now, I'm going to be spraying this black. Nice thing about black is, I say, oh, it doesn't hide anything. Black will hide your sanding scratches. Black will not hide bad bodywork. How does that work? Well, when you put clear over black, you really can't tell the difference between what's the black and what's the clear. If you do that on a white car or even a metallic, oh, you're going to see it. There's an edge in there. I just can't quite get it out. Make sure I don't drop that, so I have to fix another piece. All right, I'm going to fold this one more time. Fresh, because the scratch is way on the inside. So I'm going to use the bubble, I call it the bubble, the round edge of the paper, and I'm going to put that right where I need it. Alright, looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get my other edge here. This is fun because we've got like 3 sides to block it. Alright, 2 sides. Let's do this last piece, the face. I see a little bit of a dip. I left my tape on there because, again, I don't want to get the sand that. I say that, but I am going to end up scuffing it and painting it because I want the whole thing to look black. All right. So, let me dry this off. Pull my tape off. Be careful with your tape. If you're sanding on this, especially if it's getting wet, and you got to go in the house, dinner's ready, you got to go, you're not going to make it back out tonight, pull that tape off if it's wet. The reason I say that is because when it's wet and it sits, it's going to separate. And it's not going to want to come off. You're going to leave glue on there and whatnot. Of course, I did this, and then it's sticking in that groove. And it can be a hassle to get off, so that's why I say take it off. It's not the end of the world, but it's a good thing to get in a habit of doing. All right. Now, clean my edge up here a little bit with my X-Acto knife. All right. See, here's our spot. If you look, you can see where the plastic is and where the, can you see that? I'm looking at the wrong side of the camera. You can see where the plastic is and where our spot was. There is a little bit of a dip. By the time I'm done with my clear and paint and everything, you're not going to notice. If this is the side of a car, I would be addressing that. So there's that. And that piece, like we said, that was gone. I didn't take pictures of it like I said I was going to do the still shots. I apologize. So hopefully you can see. I know the lighting's not that great over there. Maybe I should stand back. There you go. You can see where the filler piece is and how it's gone. So now we're all good together. Now we got this piece. This is where that piece was chipped. I'll do the same thing. Put on this. We're going to want to leave it a little bit, especially where the body work was. We want to leave a little bit of primer left there. So I want to take this primer and I'm going to push it around the corner. Because again, I want this as small as possible so when I'm doing my taping, nothing is going to interfere with my shape. Now, if you have a spot, like I said, you can use it and you can work around that to get it there. Now, another thing we want to do is you're going to want to run over this whole thing because even though you don't feel it, there is primer overspray on it. And you probably won't notice it until you put that final coat of clear on it and you go, God dang it, there's freaking black gray specks in there. So let's go ahead and do that before we forget. Ooh, there's a little gray speck that ain't coming out because there's a chip there. Alright, so I'm going to focus on this corner here, just pushing it up, that primer over that edge, because I know I don't want my design. Basically what I want is, see how I've got this goofy party line and how the red over here is kind of ugly, especially here. I want to tape this back here where it's all nice and red, and then I'm going to make it so that that goes like a body color. Makes it look more finished and hides all that ugliness. I like that look on everything. I've done it on everything from carbon fiber hoods to headlights, taillights. All my lights usually get that done that way. It gives it a different finished look, I think, especially with the carbon fiber. I'm not one, I come from mini truck world where, having a different color body panel is kind of odd. So I do it to kind of finish the edge. And I think it blends it together real nice. Not only that, a lot of you guys don't understand that your carbon fiber hoods in that don't have clear coat or a UV protection. So how many of you guys have seen those carbon fiber hoods where they turn yellow after a while? So that's because the UVs broke down that carbon fiber. And if you wet sand it and clear it, you can bring it back to life. So a lot of the times with that stuff, you're going to want to clear coat it anyway, just because it's raw. All right, I'm going to take off. There's a little bit of like a fin here. I want that gone, and then I think I'm good because I don't feel anything. All right, so there we go. Let's try not to drop it. So there's our edge. It's nice and clean there. You know what, it looks like there's a little bit of buildup on the end. What I'm saying is I primed it, and it, you know, the garage is cold, so the paint rolled down and it bubbles up on the edge, and you can see it's kind of high there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that a little bit. Now you're probably going to get the same thing when I clear it, but just think how bad it's going to look if you got the clear that does that, and your primer. It's going to have a really big edge. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to dry this off. I'm going to get my fine line out. I'll hit the pause button and I'll be right back. But when we do that, make sure you've got something under it. Keep it nice and tight under here, 2x4, whatever, because it does bounce around because it's plastic. Now, we're going to keep this to where you can do this on the cheap and do it from pretty much anywhere. If you've got a Walmart, you can get this nice, great Bondo fiberglass resin. It really doesn't matter what you get. So, the big thing about fiberglass resin is it's a two-part system. If you do not put the liquid hardener in, and I say liquid hardener, there's a difference between that hardener and, of course, oh, here we go, a cream hardener that you use for filler. There's a big difference. So, now the question is, well, how much do you use? Well, I'll tell you what. Again, with this, it depends on the temperature and how long you want it to go. You can put this whole fucking bottle in a thing of it, and that shit will sizzle like bacon. Dude, we used to do it in high school. So, in the summertime, in July, if you're living with Rando down in Arizona, you probably won't need as much hardener. But now it's cold as fuck, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this. This is the lid that comes with it. Keep this around because it's great for mixing. I'll fill this tub up a bit. Take some hardener. Now you want to make sure that you get this mixed thoroughly, because otherwise, if you don't, you're going to get some spots that dry really quick and you get some spots that don't dry at all. Now, make sure that you're on some place that you don't care about. That's why I'm doing this on the floor, because I didn't want to get that on my nice carpet. And I'm just going to pour this in. You're going to definitely want to make sure that you get your edges, because this is where, especially with this, which is a heavier material, you're going to need it to soak through and stick to the plastic below. Now, when you're doing fiberglass, say you're doing like a fiberglass repair, you can do many layers. If you're going to do this with the matting, which you can also get at Walmart. Hey, should we get sponsored by Walmart?
And Roking.
And Roking? Fuck Roking. They tried to blow my garage. If you're going to be doing layers, and hey, the wife says, oh, dinner's ready. And you're like, all right, I'll get it later on and then I'll come back later. You're good. You got like 3 days. You got a 48-hour window. 3 days, I say 48. That's 2. 2 days that you can top coat it. After 2 days, the stuff's going to be hard to the point where you can't work with it anymore. So, we're going to keep mixing. And isn't that a great smell, guys?
It's quite a smell.
I'll tell you, when I used to work for a shop that we did fiberglass repair, we were forming fiberglass bodies, and I won't say the company that I was working for because they're fucking assholes, but we were making fiberglass bodies for like cars, and you would come in and the garage smelled like this. Dude, my nose burned for days. I didn't smell shit. You can smell? It's potent.
I hate the sanding and grinding and cutting of it. That's worse.
The
Well,
worst
you
is
start
like when you
itching.
start using the cloth too,
The
and
nice thing about this,
Mm-hmm.
no fiberglass matting, no itch.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
that's an upgrade right there. That's just another reason to use a t-shirt
Yeah.
or a beach towel.
Usually, if I hate fiberglass, I'll go buy a bunch of cheap paintbrushes.
I remember at one point, didn't you
Acid
do a
brushes
boat?
work great,
Yeah,
but
I buy just the bulk and the throwaway cups too.
I'm a cheap ass.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Yeah, like you
I
said.
wonder if you could do it with like
No,
Dixie
like-
cups. You get it in the Dixie cup and
Do they even make Dixie cups anymore?
Yeah.
Like you said, whatever you have laying around the house.
Yeah, and that's
Oz, you got enough mason jars that you could probably just start using them like throwaways.
I do for paint.
Pasta sauce, paint jar.
I've been
Same thing.
Well, that and hey, I mixed up a special color. I don't want to lose this here. Put it in the jar.
My uncle likes those throwaway stuff. No, they got. It's crazy.
All right, a little bit more. You know what?
This stuff's gonna dry quick.
The funny thing is, I've watched some of my tech videos on other shit, and I'm like, it's kind of boring. When you got other people around, it's definitely better. Pee-wee's on his phone.
I'm posting
You're posting? What are you
Yeah.
posting?
to the Facebook page.
It stinks in here. Are you guys on the Facebook page? You better be on the Facebook page.
If you're not on the Facebook page, you're missing my piles of gold that I post on there.
I'm not on the Facebook page.
What?
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You posted Boxy.
Oh, I did that one time. Ooh, now it's getting stronger. Each time you mix new, it gets stronger.
Yes.
I like that aroma. It's a good aroma.
Oh, it's an aroma, all right.
I don't know if it's good. Only if you're one of those people that likes to be high.
You will definitely be high after smelling this.
Yes, you will. Especially with no.
I did some plastic welding the other day.
Yeah, we
You
should
got to
open the
have a
window.
mask.
We should have fucking opened the window.
Hey, so I did the whole bumper. I don't know if I should be talking about this, but like,
Not use a mask.
no, I definitely did use a mask. But when I got done, the whole room was like polluted. I'm like, oh, that's not gonna work. I gotta go.
You see it?
I'd open the door.
I just came across. I just figured out.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was looking at it. I was like,
some new stuff.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm hungry too, actually.
You gonna make a fiberglass sandwich?
Fiberglass sandwich. I really hope that's gonna be enough. This stuff is soaking in pretty good.
Yeah. How many coats you doing?
I'm only gonna do one coat.
But afterwards, you're gonna do 2 or 3.
What I'm gonna do after I'm gonna use Duraglass,
Yeah.
Pondo glass.
You guys are selling this too?
Hmm?
Selling this one too?
Are we
Yeah.
selling this, baby?
Yeah.
So this item will be for sale.
You know, it's really funny because if you don't know, you were like, oh, wow, it's all custom made. And little did you know it was made with a beach
I know.
towel.
You're like, that? I'm fucking spending that.
I've got a video for you guys. I've got this. It's like a tuning culture DVD box set from Europe back in '05.
It's like watching paint dry. I watched that in the car.
Well, maybe what you guys.
It's it's like 2005. It is pretty boring, but
Maybe what you guys should do is finish the projects and then put out the tech videos after you sell it to somebody.
Nah.
And then they can be like,
No, you gotta get him
You
juiced.
guys sold me a fucking beach towel for $300.
You gotta get him juiced up on us making it. That's.
It's not even a new beach towel.
You dirty bastards.
You didn't even wash it?
Yeah,
Hey.
once you put some primer on it, you're gonna be like,
This could have been.
ooh.
I'm not even saying what I was gonna say.
Just coat the inside too.
Just say you can.
This
have
could
a
have
towel.
just been
You're the guy
bolted
that-
on to somebody's car. And we're like, no.
So what are you guys putting on the center, or is it just gonna be smooth straight across?
Smooth. I do want to keep that line in the middle though, where it had a line that kind of went down.
Yeah.
I'd like to. Keep
The line does look good.
It needs something. Otherwise, it's gonna look like.
No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna smooth this thing completely out, and then we're gonna cut out a giant square and throw this guy back in there.
Are we?
No, fuck no, are you crazy?
I was gonna say, Pee Wee, don't make
What
me
the
go there.
fuck? No.
What the hell is that?
The scary part is that you were gonna do this with an open deck grill.
I am gonna do it with an open deck. I don't know.
It's already smooth.
Oh, he doesn't like the OD emblem.
Oh, you
in
can
it.
take that out and fill in the holes.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, but
I don't know what I want.
I guarantee you,
I would-
somebody's
You know
gonna
what?
lose their
And
mind when they
Hey,
find out
like, you two
that
are-
you're gonna molest an
no,
open deck
no,
grill.
If he
Not that he
God,
gives a
you and
fuck.
Jim are so like.
We don't know.
I want to do this. I want this. I want to do this. I want to do. I don't know. Now I want to buy a brand new car.
I swear I was a girl in a former life.
I swear my boyfriend was a girl in a former life. He's so.
I have car shopping bad tendencies. The problem is I commit to them sometimes.
I believe that.
The worst one was the Subaru. I don't know why I bought
Forgot
that
you
car.
had the Subaru.
Do you still have?
I think we need to
My
make-
dad's got it now.
Obviously, you guys do. Yeah, we're still. I think we gotta make a statement for safety glasses. What else? Gloves.
And masks.
Oh well, when we did the dashboard video, I put a disclaimer on it.
We haven't freaking drank anything, but we're high as fuck from fiberglass resin.
Or smoked anything.
Just wait until January
you know
1st.
what?
We could actually be high as fuck.
I
Like,
think we should do a safety warning.
Dude, when
no,
we,
I'll put a disclaimer
when we
on
get
it.
to January 1st, I got a smoke machine. We're gonna start the whole fucking smoke. We're like, hey!
Cheech and Chong style.
Alright.
I'm down. That'll be fun.
What about
It's
you guys?
really starting to stink.
Yes,
Alright, guys. So basically, I got my resin in there. I put it all the way in. I didn't get all the way to the edge here. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to end up having a Duraglass over this anyway. What Duraglass is basically Bondo with fiberglass resin in it. It'll bond to this, and I can smooth it all out and make it real nice. We do have to keep in mind, we want to keep it kind of thin towards the top because we do have the hood that kind of does it overlap? No, it doesn't. But we do want to keep it so it's a fairly thin here so that it doesn't, you don't want your grill piece out here like this and your hood sitting here. So we're going to want to try to keep it kind of thin there. So we're going to let this sit and we're going to come back and do something else.
Go.
All right, guys, we're back to the grill. I know this looks really fucked up. We've got the blanket on here. The nice thing about this is we did this in one, by using the blanket, we're pretty much one coat. This is all we're going to need. We don't need to put any more layers on it. So now, what am I going to do? I'm going to take out my 3-inch bit grinder with a piece of 36. I'm going to grind off what I don't need.
I'ma give it to you.
So, I'll tell you what, that takes a lot of freaking work to get that off. It's a lot easier with a t-shirt. You can usually run your head and then it'll be fine. You can see on some of the spots like here how thick it is by the gap. You probably got a 1/4 inch, but that's not that big a deal to fill. But it's all the way around. I went ahead and sanded my surface here a little bit because we are going to have to put some more material on here. So we'll mix up some Duraglass, but I'm going to probably go back and clean this up a little bit with a knife because I can't quite get it to grind off like I normally do with the other stuff. Fabric's a little thicker. So I'll do that. We'll get back to it. Are we filming?
Yes.
You can say action.
You gotta say action.
Action!
Thank you. Okay, we're back, guys. Thank you very much. Hopefully you guys got a little info out of those texts. I don't even know what we did yet.
I do.
Did we? We gotta film it yet. We were just filming this out of the line.
We tell everybody this.
I know. There's no secrets here.
It's an open book.
The sad thing is James is the only one that's drinking.
Yeah, I know.
I got this.
Was.
I didn't even take
Well,
a
the Michelob went south, and I'm not in the
did.
mood for Angry Orchard. I think I'm gonna bring over.
Well, I think
Do
it
you
went
like
south
Modelo?
because everyone's
I don't know
taste
if I had
buds
one.
were fried. I think everyone's taste buds
It's
were
like
fried.
it's like Budweiser, but 3 times. It's like Corona, but like way better.
I could open up the fiberglass resin and just put it right here.
We could just do that. I'll buy some Modelo and bring it over.
Okay.
If you can drink Bud Light, you can drink Modelo.
Yeah, I'll
easily.
do that. So anyway, so we did a little bit, and like we said, what we're going to do here from now on is we're going to do these text segments, and we're going to have things that kind of come and go. Did you bring Boxy this time? All
I
right.
did bring Boxy.
I watched it, but you know the farmers are all doing their things. And
It's all right.
I washed my car yesterday, and it looks like dog shit.
That means that we should really film Rando's parts going on your car because we keep saying we're going to do that. It's been 6 months, and we've
Yeah.
had them.
Let's do it
Okay,
today.
Rando, we'll do it.
While it's nice out.
yes,
So
before it gets started.
Wait, I'm sorry.
We
What
got
parts are
until
we putting on
4:30.
Boxy?
something you're not going to see.
Don't worry about it. It's an upgrade. Just go with it.
Is it gonna
If it was
influence me
something,
driving
listen.
it?
No.
Listen,
no.
Linda.
Alright then.
If it was something to be concerned about,
Linda,
I would tell you.
You better watch me the Linda shit.
I love that kid. Linda, listen.
I can't believe you said that. Linda, listen.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
Jim
Sometimes
smart
that
ass
doesn't
there
work
tells
that
me,
out.
look, Linda, be quiet and listen.
Shush!
So no, I think it'd be great if we put them on because it's still light out, which is good.
We'll do that like right now.
So we'll have that.
Right now.
Oh, wait, you guys already saw that. I'm sorry. We're talking out loud.
Fuck. Do we have any great final thoughts?
Can you tell that this is unscripted? Huh?
Do we have any final thoughts or great conclusions?
Is that where you gotta explain it? So when you sleep with a woman that you...
What?
I don't think this is the time or the place for
That's
that
where it's
conversation
solved.
at all.
No.
Alright.
So anyway, what we got coming next? More tech?
More
We're
text.
gonna
It's
have
on a
Tony
text
on.
right now.
We're gonna have Tony on.
You guys
Yes.
keep saying that.
We need to...
You guys keep saying that.
If I can't get Tony here, I should just go over there and go hang out with him. Because now that I'm half employed, he takes off like days during the
We'll
week.
do
I'm
that.
sure I could go over there and bring
You
bullshit
can
over
film
there.
some shit.
He'd probably love that. I'll get in touch with him. I'll talk
We
to
need
him.
some-
I'll talk to him tonight.
We need some van content. We need some other shit. This is too XP heavy.
He not only he's got the van, he's also got that Mazda.
I know, but that doesn't fit into our agenda here.
It fits into my agenda.
Yeah, well, whatever. You're not always right.
There's always that.
Whoever said I was right. Here's the thing.
That's-
I'm not always right.
Right here, it'll
But
say
when I know what
Pee-wee
I'm talking
is not
about-
always right.
When I know what I'm talking about, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Pee-wee, we've had so many conversations. We've had 30 conversations now, and we'll be here, and you're here, and then here.
And sometimes I'm right on
Don't
the
get us wrong. We love you and all, and it makes for great video. But I remember somebody said something about a Honda Civic, and you were going on. I don't think there's going to be any good Civics around in 5 years.
There's not.
And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with
It has a
anything?
lot to do with everything.
We don't like Civics. Doesn't matter.
But Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, if Joe,
Hey,
if
his
you're
Civic is
watching
up
this,
for sale, by
I
the
was
way.
just gonna say, is it not for sale?
It is-
He's looking for something bodied, or he's trying to find a samurai, or maybe a tracker.
What?
Yeah, but he also said this: if it sells, it sells. If not, it's getting bodied.
I kind of want him to just body it
I
at this
do too.
point. It's not that far off.
Yeah, you painted Joe's car,
Yeah, so
and that's a Civic.
I painted Ray's Blazer.
Hey,
and that
listen,
thing's
money
like,
talks and bullshit walks.
I painted Ray's Blazer, and that's like a secondhand whore now. Everybody's had it.
I think it's up for sale again.
It is up for sale again.
The funny thing is, when that guy, you know, when Ray sold it, the guy who bought it, he took it to a show and won Best Paint.
I know.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did know that.
All right, I think we nailed it. Yeah,
I don't know. You guys had enough? I think we've had enough. Is it taco time?
I think it's taco time.
It was good talking to you. We'll see you later.
See ya.
You guys are a bunch of weird.
So, this is where we would have had our second feature. Unfortunately, I had some people working on theirs and they didn't get back to me in time. So, I'm going to make this quick video to fill you guys in on a little bit. First off, if you guys got those videos and I contacted you about that, please get them to me soon so we can get you in the next video. We'd really want to show off your stuff. If you guys have won a Feature Friday on our page or the, I don't remember what they call it on the XB2 or Mayan page. It's something on Saturday. If you guys have won on either of those, hit us up and let us know if you haven't heard from us, because there's some people that we got the names and we were trying to reach out to people and stuff got shuffled around and we kind of got lost. So if you haven't heard from us, hit us up. We do definitely want your video and we want to have you guys on here. So please do that. If you guys haven't heard any of this, we do what's called a Feature Friday on our Outside the Box Facebook page. Look us up on there. Join us. Usually about Thursday, Pee-wee will post up there saying something about Feature Friday. Usually about noon. Drop your pictures up there. When he does, pictures of your ride. Not your dog, not your friend's dog, not your gerbil, not boobs, or anything. Your ride. We want your ride. Post that up. Usually goes for about 24 hours, so usually about noon on Friday is when he will pick the winner. Well, I guess he doesn't pick it. You guys pick it. But the winner will be announced. He'll contact that person. He asks for pictures. He asks for a short write-up on your vehicle, and then he posts them up there on Friday. Then what happens is we'll later contact you, and we'll say, hey, we want your feature video. It's basically a selfie video. We've got a video that we send you with the questions, and then you just watch the video, and it tells you exactly what you need to do to make your selfie video. And next thing you know, you're here instead of me. I'd much rather have that. So, for sure, hit us up on those if you guys haven't contacted, or if we haven't contacted you guys, because we want your videos. We want to see the rest of you guys out there. If you're not on our Facebook page, please do that. Look us up. We're trying to make it a non-3 lights page. Not only that, it's not just XBs. We let all kinds of different cars in there so you can get some influence from other rides. So we're trying to mix it up a little bit, make more of the box lifestyle thing, and even some other stuff. So hopefully you guys like it, and we'll continue to grow that. Help us grow our YouTube channel as well. Like, share, subscribe. We would really appreciate it, because the more subscribers we get, the more we're able to do on the page and bring to you guys. So, you know, we're having fun doing this, and we hope you guys are enjoying it, and we want to do more. So, also, if you could buy some merch, that would be great too. If not, we understand. It's the holidays right now. We all want to put our money into something else. But, you know, if you got some extra coin, send it our way for a sticker, hat, or whatever. And we'd like to send you that. All that merch is turned around and buys equipment for us so that we can make our videos even better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. And I will talk to you in the next episode, episode 31. I think we're recording now. So anyway,
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
Scion, douchebag.
Everyone I know has a big butt.
They built for speed or for comfort? What you do with them? Motorboat? Play the motorboat?
Paging Mr. Herman.
I live for this shit!
I'm trying to use the phone!
We're on a mission from God.
Nice car. What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.